Hello everyone, welcome, welcome. Sorry it took me a minute to get on. Facebook didn't want me to get on tonight. Let me just pull you guys up over here in the group. How are you guys tonight? Happy Tuesday. Let's see here. Hi Dawn, welcome. So glad you're here, yay. Let's see. I see two people are on. Oh, Diane. Hi, Diane. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I love Tuesday nights. I love meeting up with you guys and crafting together. Let me share this video and let you guys get a chance to get on here. How is everybody doing today? Is it cold where you live? It was freezing today here. So over winter. Who else is over winter? I know Diane's over winter. We had snow the last couple of days and it's melted, but it's so cold and it's so windy and it's just awful. So all right, so I went ahead and shared with the group page. Oh, you guys are really close to me. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm super excited about tonight's card. It's a fun fold card. I had some, you want the snow done. If I could give you all of the snow that I get forever, I would give it to you. And I know Diane would be right giving you the snow too, because I'm over it. I'm done with it. Snow blowing, shoveling, that all stinks. But I have a fun fold card for you guys tonight. I'm super excited about it. I had enough time to kind of play around and get a nice card going today. So let's see. So we have Diane and Dawn here. It looks like there's three of you. I'm missing somebody. So I'm sure your name will pop up soon, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit. Oh, Donna. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Yay. Happy Tuesday. I'm so excited, you guys. You guys are always here supporting me, and when you can't make it, you either message me or you let me know, and I really appreciate that. Hi, Amy. Welcome. I'm so happy. Yay. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being regular supporters of me and checking me out every Tuesday, and hopefully, apparently, I'm assuming you guys like everything because you keep coming back, so that's always a good sign. But I want to remind you guys, last chance products have dropped. They dropped a couple of days ago. They're up to 50% off. These are also known as the retiring list of products that are going away in the catalog. Some of the products you'll see may come back in the catalog. It just depends on the bundles. So sometimes what'll happen is Stampin' Up! Will retire the bundle, but they may bring back that stamp set or die. You just can't get the bundle in the new catalog for that. So you want to take advantage of that. Get the prices while they're cheap on sale. Get in there and get the stuff. I know a lot of stuff is going fast. You know, and I tried to be mindful of what I used tonight, but just remember that when you watch anybody's video when they're crafting, you can always substitute something in your craft room. You don't have to have the same colors or the same products. You can substitute for whatever you have, or you can go online and shop and substitute. So just because we use that product, you can use other like ribbon, and if you had white ribbon, you can color it. There's all kinds of things you can do. So I know there's a lot of products that either aren't available or they come on and they go off quickly. With the way the times are right now, that's just what we're going to have to deal with for, you know, a while. And we've been dealing with it, and you guys are awesome about it. You guys know what you can substitute, what you can't. So, and if you ever have any questions about any of the crafting stuff, just let me know, message me, whatever you want to do. The circle and rectangle dies are back in stock as of this evening. Awesome. Thank you, Dawn. That's awesome, because I just looked yesterday because I was going to do a magic card, and they weren't there. So So yes, you can substitute and message me. I'm very good about, I love helping people who have questions about crafting. It's just something in my blood. It's like if you message me about crafting or Disney, I will talk to you for weeks upon weeks about that stuff. So get in there, get your last chance products. They are good through May. Is it May 2nd? Because May 3rd, the new catalog comes out. So they're good through May 2nd. Or until supplies last. So you want to get in there and get them. And then of course the blossoms and spring and blooms blossom. I can't remember what that is. I have it down here. Savings are in bloom. That is going on until the 31st. So we have a couple more days on that. Those bundles that I've been talking about, they are on sale for 20% off. So get in there, and if you're a demo, take advantage of that because you also get to take your demo discount off of that 20% off. So that is fun. We did get to see the catalog as a demonstrator. You get so many different perks. It's so much fun. And if you're a demo, you've already seen the new catalog. We can't share with you guys. We can't, not until we get product in our hand. So, but let me tell you, it's awesome. So that is a perk. We get to pre-order certain items out of the new catalog starting April 1st. So if you guys are interested in joining my team, we have a wonderful team. My downlines, they're so dear to my heart. I'm friends with them. I love them. They're awesome. We have such a good time. I have a private team page where we converse. We have meetings. We do all kinds of fun things. So if you guys want to be part of the team, hi Tina, yay! Welcome, welcome. If you guys want to be part of my team, the team, it's amazing, it's fun, and it's awesome. And you can order new products April 1st if you become a demo. So that is all that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm going to flip you guys down. I pre-cut everything, so hopefully it'll go quick, but not too quick. Let me just move this upside down. I got to pull you guys up over here on the big computer. So no worries, Tina, you're here. That's awesome. Let me see. Let me pull you guys up over here. Make sure that I am in camera view. I think I am. I think you guys can see that. My host code, you guys know that when you place an order from me every month, I have a host code. It does change, so you want to make sure you're putting the correct one in. This is good until the end of March. I'll have a new one in April. And what you want to do is just use this host code with every order you place online at my shop, chris.stampinup.net, and I will send you a gift in the mail, whatever I decide. Some months I may tell you what it will be, but most months I'll keep it a surprise for you guys. And you'll get a thank you card from me in the mail, and I spoil all my customers, so it is awesome. So yes, but Amy says best decision she made. I am so happy. She was a customer of mine for a while, and I just seen her building up her stuff, and I'm so excited that she joined the team because we talked back and forth online a lot, and I'm just so happy she's now taking advantage of that discount. That is the best thing. Like I tell everybody, you have to pay shipping, but how it works out from the way I look at it is the discount basically wipes out your shipping, the amount of money you save. So basically you get free shipping. Even though you have to pay shipping, but the discount kind of does that. And then like we have the savings and bloom going on, you get, instead of 20% off, I get 20% off plus my discount is 25%. So you get to stack that, and it's awesome. So speaking of awesome, I hope you guys, you can't help shopping, the SU lives. Let's see, not on your team. No, Dawn, you are on an amazing team. Deb and Diane, they are awesome. And I appreciate you coming to my lives. That's awesome, and your support, and you're always commenting and stuff. So I appreciate that. Diane and Deb. Deb is an awesome team lead. We actually talk a lot behind the and we kind of, she helped me a lot with my team, so it's awesome. She's a very special person. So let me show you guys the card. So this is the card. I don't know if it's gonna, you guys are gonna, but this is a, I don't know if it'll, if you can see the whole gist of it, but this is a center step card, and it sits up like this, so it's hard to see, but when it's open, this is how it sits. So that's the front, and then the back of it is where you can kind of, you know, I stamped on here. You still have room to write. You could write your greeting back here, but that is it. It's super easy to make, and these tulips, can you say, wow, those tulips are amazing. I just started playing with the flowering tulips. That's what we're going to be using today. So let me get that puppy out of the way. This set is crazy how awesome it is. So I was a little intimidated by these dies because there's a lot of them here, but once you cut them out, you kind of, by looking at them, you can kind of figure out where they go. I did watch some YouTube videos because I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right. But this is a pretty big set. You can get it at a bundle price right now for 10% off. You have dies that'll cut out these tulips, the stems, the leaves. You have some pretty great sentiments in here. You have this die, which is pretty cool. I cut that out. Where is it? Let me show you guys. I was going to use it on this card, but it didn't fit in there too good. So yeah, these tulips are so awesome. This set is really cool. It really cuts out these tulips nicely. This is this set. This actually does not cut out. It cuts out. Let me see if I can get it out of there. The ends here, if you guys can see the ends of the die, they don't have a cutting end. So you could use this just as, it cuts it out, but it doesn't cut it out completely. Like, I'm trying to explain it, and in my head I can see how it goes, but I'm not explaining it right. So I cut the ends of this off, so I could have it so it's there. I'm probably confusing the heck out of you guys, but when you cut it out, if your paper is longer, yeah, so if your paper is longer than these two ends, this will not cut out completely. You would have to snip it out because it just die cuts the tulips in the edging, but it doesn't cut out completely, and it leaves this little wavy line. So it's pretty neat to just put it on something, on a card maybe, or to cut it out completely. So I put it on the foil paper that comes with or coordinates with the ocean, waves of ocean, wavy, I don't know. The waves, the new one that just came out. Let's see if I have the name of that. That's the problem when we get this new stuff. It takes me a little bit. Waves of the Ocean, to memorize their name. But this one here is, I put that adhesive on the back. So it's on the foil paper, and it cuts it out really nicely. So that's in there. And then this little piece here kind of cuts out, it kind of does the same thing as this, and I'll show you guys what I mean here. So this cuts out these pieces. I ran it through twice, so that could be a nice little background on a card, or you know, you can put that in the back and have your tulips on top of it. So it's pretty neat. This little thing cuts out. So that's basically, if you take this die, come here, I have a hard time. I have them on the magnetic sheets, and those magnetic sheets stick. So this piece of cardstock is longer than this die. So if I was to run this through, it's just going to cut out all the flowers, like the insides and stuff, but it's going to stay in the cardstock. It's pretty neat. I like it. So anyways, there's those two dies, and then I'm going to show you how to cut out these tulips. So the tulip pieces here, you don't stamp them. You cut them out of whatever cardstock you want, and then you have your outlines for the 3 different flowers. These are a 2-step stamp, so you use 2 different colors, and I'll show you on the back here. I did that with that one there. I'm really not too sure on, let's see. Oh, Deb. Hi, Deb. Welcome. Yay, Deb's here. I'm not too sure on I watched some videos on these, and some of them say stamp this in the darker color, and then you stamp the one. So on these tulips, let me just pull these out. You can see there's one with more detail and one with a little less detail. It's more outlined. And some of them say stamp this in the darker and this in the lighter, or vice versa. So my best recommendation is for you to just play around and see what colors work for you. Because some of the colors I stamped this in the dark and this in the light and they looked good. And others I stamped this in the dark and this in the light and they looked good. So I would just play around and see what colors work for you guys. So I'm using Pumpkin Pie and Daffodil Delight to kind of match everything here. So let's go ahead and get started with this card. Let me show you these dies though. I'll pull out these dies. I've already pre-cut them. So I want you guys to see, they can be, like I said, intimidating. But don't let them intimidate you. They're really easy. So there are several pieces here. I should have prepped these. I should have got these all out of here, but that's okay. All right, so these are all the tulip pieces. So you're gonna have, these are your 3 big main pieces here. So you have these 3 pieces. These will each do form a tulip. This is kind of like the little bud. So that's that one here. So you would just cut out one piece and those 2 would be lined up together. We're going to put them all together. I'm going to show you guys how to put them together. This one, is it this one? It's hard when they are cut out. I think this one here, I think it is, let's see. I don't know. I think this one gets that, or maybe this one. You know what? It's this one that gets that. And then it gets one of these, and then this one gets that one. So it's easier once they're cut out. So that's how you would build your tulips. You have 3 different tulips you can build, and they'll look like that. I mean, you could play around with them too. You know, you might find a different combo, but that's the combo that has worked for me. So let's get these. Do you cut them out or are they pre-cut? Which, the tulips, these tulips I cut out, but I have some pre-cut. So I'm not sure if that's what you were talking about, Dawn. But these tulips here. So there's, you can cut them out in cardstock or, you know, some DSP, whatever you want to do. I just cut these out in, let me get a scrap piece of paper because we're going to do some blending. Where are they? They're all over here. So I cut these out in just basic white because I'm going to do some blending on there. Let's see here. They're all over here on the side and I can't get them up there. All right. So with these dies, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's little score lines, which makes it easy to fold them. So I just kind of fold them back and forth, and then you can see. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Just give them a good fold. You don't have to burnish them. All right. This one's a little, you got to be careful. It's just hanging on by a thread. So I'm going to bring in the pumpkin pie and the, oh, the magnetic sheets. I'm sorry. Yes. The magnetic sheets that I use in my stamps, they are pre-cut. They're at Amazon. They have some without the stickers on the back, and they have them with the stickers. Mine I got with the stickers. They're 5x7. You know, I think they sell them like 25s, 50s, something like that. So they're just, I just stick them to my stamp case on the inside and I'm good to go. And then my dies are always right there. They do have, I bought them before at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're vent covers, but you have to cut them down and they don't have the stickers on the back. But I was using them before, but these are much easier. So I have the blending brushes, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and use the Daffodil Delight on all my pieces. So I'm going to go kind of off a little, and I'm just going to go ahead and just put this on these pieces. So these little pieces here we're gonna blend them. You can tell the front from the back from how they're cut. So you're just gonna blend on the one side. I know my nails match my card again. I didn't plan that. I swear I didn't. I just wanted some sunshiny colors. Let's see. Whoops, I think that was the back. That was the back. So the blending brushes, anybody have the blending brushes? Anybody? I know a couple of you guys do. Love the blending brushes. Thank you, Donna. I think my nails are, sometimes it just depends on, like this here, I'll point out all my flaws here. This is my non-dominant hand, so you can see where I've gone off the nails, but you know what? I love painting my own nails. So much better, so much more fun, and I don't have to pay a lot of money to go someplace and paint them, and they are the gels, so. So there's that, and then these guys here. So what I did with these is I kind of folded them to find out where the colors would be. So if that makes sense. So your coloring is going to be on here and a little bit on here. So we're going to go and we're going to do a little bit of coloring here. Then we're going to flip this over, do a little bit of coloring here. I'm not really being fancy with it. You guys can see I'm just kind of adding some color here. So I'll fold this one up. So the color is going to go here. So when you do this one, just be careful because that little piece down there, you don't want to pull too hard and rip it right off. I know sometimes I get aggressive when I'm crafting. They do, Amy. The blending brushes are awesome. And, you know, I love that we have all the different styles of coloring tools. Last week's video, was it last week's? I can't remember. I think it was last week's. I used the Stampin' blend, or not the Stampin' blends, the the daubers. And, you know, each of them have their own fit in your crafting area. The daubers are a more controlled area. I like how you can, you know, very small, like small areas if you wanted to do, like I did that card with lots of colors. I think it was last week. I don't know. I can't even remember. So this one here. All right, so we'll do this. And I like this because, well, I just ordered this set, Diane. Did you not have this set, Diane? I'm sorry. This set is really pretty. I think you'll love it. So I think that is good. And you know, you can always come back in if you wanted to add more yellow in. So here's our pumpkin pie. So this one's pretty dark, so you want to make sure you get that right off. And with this one, I just kind of did the tips. So here we'll do a little bit of the, because I wanted it to match the designer series paper. So, and you can add, like I said, you want to go crazy, go crazy. I kind of want it to be a soft, subtle blend in there. Ooh, well, that's got a little darker than I wanted it, but you know what? It's fine. Donna, are you going to order this set too now? The paper, have you guys bought any of the DSP, the Flowering Fields? Oh my gosh, that paper is gorgeous too. So And what you want to do is, like I said, you always want to blend off the paper first because you get those dark marks there. And you can always add more, but you can't take it off once you have it on there. So it's always better. Less is more at first. Oops, just threw that across the... So that's pretty. All right. Donna, you have the DSP? Yeah, the DSP is pretty. I didn't like this set, truth be told, when it first came out, and I seen it, everybody was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. But then I ended up getting it. I don't know why. I don't know if somebody inspired me or I just wanted to get it. And I started playing with it today, and I'm glad that I did get it. Always happens to us, doesn't it, where we think we don't need a set or don't really want a set, and then someone has to go and demo it, and then you're like, oh crud, now I need that set. So these guys here, I'm just gonna do the tips. Two more pieces. I think this is the longest part of the card. Whoops, I keep flinging them across my desk. Sorry guys, I don't mean to make you buy things. I mean to make you fall in love with things though. That's my whole purpose, is to make you guys fall in love with the stuff. All right, so I think that is good. So now it's just a matter of putting these puppies together. So what I would recommend is your liquid glue for this. So let me see if I can, before we put them together, I want to make sure I get these right. I think this one, yeah, so this one right here, when it folds up, you have that big V. That's where this guy goes. And then you would put in another one of these in here. So it's, and then you can play with them to pop up the little, oh my goodness, let's see. I think that's right? Yeah, that's the one. So let's glue these in. So let me glue this guy first. I'm just gonna put a little dollop, not even a dollop, just a little bit of this glue. I'd like a little bit more than that. Hi Patty, welcome. I haven't seen you here in a while. Yay. Oh my goodness, my glue is stuck in there. Okay, then that's what happens. It comes out in a big... All right, let me see if I can get some of that off. Scrape it off with my nail, and then let me wipe that. Never fails. That's what happens with the glue. All right, so let's get this in this little tulip. Right there. And then we'll take one of these guys and put some glue on the back side. Just like that. And then these little flaps here, I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here just to hold them down. And then just hold it for a second or I don't know, not a second, maybe 30 seconds or so, just to give that glue time to settle. So there you go. There's one of your little tulips. And then I don't like how there's a little bit of white there, so I'm going to come back in with my yellow and just kind of drag that out a little bit, just to give it a little bit more yellow in there. There. All right, so there's one. And then this is the little bud. So, and these are all the same size, these ones that cut out, the 3 of them, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out which center goes with what one. They're all the same size. And I recommend the liquid glue because you have time to finagle and move it around before it just settles in there. So there we go. And then we're going to glue down these guys. And you don't need a lot. And then you'll just pinch that. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, that's why I like the blending brushes, because I couldn't get it with couldn't get the effect I wanted with the daubers. It was just too intense. I like the blending brushes give it a more subtle, soft look. And then, oh, and I got some right there, white down there. So let's take this guy, and might have to get a little bit more yellow in there. There. And that's the nice thing too, is you can add your color, you know, as you're going along if you find you need more. And then our last guy here, put that on there. Oh, I'm going to slide that down a little bit more, I think. Perfect. And now, glue this guy on. This is very delicate again, so just to reiterate that for you guys. I know I get a little aggressive sometimes, so. So there, that is your 3 tulips. Aren't they pretty, you guys? And they'll look even better once they're on the card. So we're going to set them aside, and we're going to bring in the card pieces. So with this card, you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. Any color. I chose Daffodil Delight because it goes really well with the designer series paper I'm using. One piece is measured at this one here is measured at 4 1/4 by 9, and this one here is measured 2 1/4 by 8 1/2. So they're going to be scored. So let's bring in this piece. Make sure you have your scoring blade in there. Not blade, but scoring wheel, I should say. So you're gonna, and I'm gonna leave all the measurements in the link of the video. So your first score line, you're gonna score on the 9-inch side, is gonna be 1 1/4. So score it there. 2 1/2. Score it there, and then is it 5 3/4? I couldn't even read my own writing there. 5 3/4. And then you're gonna bring this piece in, the skinnier piece, on the 8 1/2-inch side, and you're gonna score this once at 5. Is it 5 1/2? It is 5 1/2. So score it once at 5 1/2, and that is it for our scoring. And then let's fold it. The card goes together very quickly. It's very easy. Where's my bone folder? There it is. So you're just gonna fold on these score lines here. And I like to go back and forth on them just because it's a little stiff if you just score it on the one side. or use your bone folder. So when you set this card up, this card is going to be an M, like a half a M or whatever right here, a triangle. And then these two pieces, it's going to fold up and fold down. So when you guys look at it, it's like a M with a big, and then it's like cut in half the M, so you guys can see it like that. And that's all there is to the card, basically. And it does fit in a regular envelope. It is the size of a A2 card, which is 5.5 by 4.25. So you can fit it and mail it out. This here, we're just going to do the same thing. So let's put our designer series paper on here. And I also, oh, I forgot to do our stamping. We can do that in a minute. Our designer series paper, you're going to need 2 pieces cut at 4 by 3. And I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal on this. You could use your liquid glue because you have it out if you want to. You were math worried. Yeah, I am not. I try to find the simple folds because some of the videos I watch and I'm like, oh, for the love of Pete, I cannot remember that. I can't do that many cuts. So this is going to go, one piece is going to go right there. So that's going to be the front side of your card. And then you're just going to flip it open, right? Is that right? Yes. Yes. Flip it open. And then here you're going to get the other piece of designer series paper. I love fun folds, but I love the easy fun folds. I don't like those cut here and miter here and trim off here and fold here and then fold this way and that way. And by the time I'm done, I've got a headache. So you have your designer series paper there and you have it back there. And then this piece here, where is that little piece? Uh-oh, there it is. So this piece for the front is going to be, what is this size? 1 by 4. So this is 1 by 4. So I thought it would look, the back side of this here would look cute. So I'm going to do the back side. And again, don't worry about the measurements. I'll put them all in the video description. So this piece here will go right in the front and you'll get that nice little border of the Daffodil Delight. This piece right here, another piece of DSP, this is cut at 2 by 5.25, and that's going to layer up nicely on this little piece here. So let's go ahead and glue that down. Okay, there we go. All right, so now, what do I want to do now? Let's put our ribbon on before I put this piece on. So on this card, you can see I have a piece of the ribbon in the front. I'm using this beautiful soft succulent, is it silk? I think it's satin shimmer ribbon. Very, very pretty. It's thick ribbon. So I'm going to cut enough to just go around the back like I always do, like this. But instead of using adhesive back there, we're going to use the old way, some tape, and just going to take a piece of Scotch tape. No one's going to see this back here, so it actually works out pretty perfectly. And you're going to bend one piece around the back, and instead of, like I said, we always do the glue, I'm just using the tape. So I might put another piece on there because that was a little piece. And then you're going to wrap this around and you're going to do the same thing. And And like I said, they're not going to see that unless they examine your card, which I always do that. When I get a card in the mail, I think it's just the crafter in me. I examine the card. I want to figure out how it works and what they did to, you know, why did they do this? So there's that, the ribbon right there. So that's on there already. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece here, and where's my liquid glue? I'm going to take the liquid glue, and you're going to put a little bit here on the bottom. And then I'm going to slide this underneath the ribbon, right in the center. Make sure it's even. That's why I like to use the liquid glue, because you have a little bit of time to play before it seals it down. And then just press it down and hold it so you're pretty even here. Just like that. And then you're going to flip it over. And this piece up here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our liquid glue, give it a little bit here. And we're just going to fold that down. And we're just going to leave it there for a minute. Just press it down. And there's your card. Isn't that awesome? See how easy that was? Super easy. So, of course, that's not the whole thing. We got some decorating to do, but that's the basic of the center step card. And some are, you can make this wider, but that's the gist of it. And like I said, this will fit inside a regular A2 size envelope. So let's bring in, I cut some tulip pieces already, the stems and some of the leaves. So let's bring back in those gorgeous tulips that we did here. I'm going to flip these over, and I'm going to do a Stampin' Up! Dimensional on each of them. And then I'm going to kind of just arrange them. I got glue or something on this. There we go. So I'm going to kind of just arrange them. One in the center, one off to the side, and then one off to the side. So they're like that. And then these guys here, this one I should have done some sticky the adhesive sheet on it, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna put some glue on here. I'm not gonna go all the way down because we're gonna end up snipping off part of this. This is gonna go in the middle here. And then two other, in that die cut you have smaller or shorter stems, I should say, and they're a little thicker. So these are going to go on the outer two flowers. And this one here is a little bit easier. It's not as thin for the glue. But you see, I don't use a lot of glue, and you don't need a lot. This stuff holds so crazy. It's also helpful if you guys get yourself a pair of tweezers. That's also very helpful. So I'll put this stem here. And then this one here. Oops. And it's nice because you use this Stampin' Up! Dimensional, so you can kind of slide that stem up and underneath a little bit. All right, so these guys here I kind of put at the bottom on the two outer flowers. So you're gonna get a big and a small one here. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm just using a little bit of glue. I'm not gonna glue the whole thing, just a little bit on the bottom, because it kind of hangs off the edge a little. And I'm going to glue that right to that bottom there. Whoops. And then this one here will go so you can see this tulip stem here is covering this, or this tulip leaf here is covering the stem. So I'm just going to take my paper snips now and come in and trim this right off of here. I didn't want to do these leaves on all three of them because it just didn't look right. So this one will go here. I think I want to do it this way. And I like how they kind of stick up too. They give it that 3D kind of look to them. So there's the tulips. I must have got that liquid glue. I can see I've got spots of liquid glue, but I have a, I bought it off of Amazon. It is a adhesive eraser. These things are wonderful. So I'll just go back over this and get off all those little spots of glue that I was a little messy with. So if you do use the liquid glue or any kind of adhesive and you tend to get a little messy with it, these are wonderful. They're called adhesive erasers. Like I said, I got mine off of Amazon. I think the craft stores sell them. They work wonderful on your glue. So there's that. What else are we doing? Okay, so let's do our stamping. Here's our piece of basic white. It is 4 by 3, and we're going to bring back in the Daffodil Delight and the pumpkin pie, if I can remember where I put it, right here. So in the stamp set, there are 3 different tulips that you could build. You could build this tulip, you could build this one, and you can build this one. I'm not going to stamp the inside of this one, but I'm going to build this guy here. I found with these 2 colors that the orange, or the pumpkin pie is best with the outline, and the Daffodil Delight is better with the inside. But I'm going to stamp off once because they're very dark otherwise. So, whoops. So let me show you what I mean by that. Pick up that stamp and pick up that stamp. So here's the outer one with the pumpkin pie. I'm going to stamp it down once, and then I'm going to bring it in here on my card, and I'm just going to stamp it right in the bottom there. So it's nice and light. It's got some little dark ink spots in there, which makes it even better. And then this guy here, I'm going to do the same thing with the Daffodil Delight. This lines up so nicely because it's photopolymer, and it's hard because I'm on the camera here, but I'm going to try to get that the right way. But look at how pretty. So I love that. And then you could come back in with that center piece that I showed you guys here, and you could do the center in there. I'm not gonna, because I don't want to, but you can do that. Yeah, the adhesive erasers are wonderful, aren't they, Donna? They really help with that messiness that sometimes we get. I mean, that liquid glue, I love it, but if it gets on your fingers, oh man. Alrighty then. Let's flip that over. There are 2 sides to every piece of paper. And I have ink all over my hands. So, always when you're doing a live. Let's restamp that flower now, guys, because, you know, that's not very pretty to be on our card. Let's get those back out again. Where did I put them? Right here. All right, let's do that process again. Let's pretend like that process never even had happened. Let's see. All right, so let's do that again. Here's our pumpkin pie. Stamp it off once. Stamp it here. Line that up. There you go. All right, I'm going to try not to throw my ink pad on top of it this time. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to do in here, there is this No One Deserves a Happier Birthday Than You. I just thought this was an awesome birthday card. How much fun to get that in the mail when it's your birthday. I love getting cards in the mail. So, it's even better when they're like the interactive fun fold ones. But any card is fun. So let's take that sentiment, and I'm going to take my memento. We're going to ink that up. And I'm going to stamp that right, hopefully in the center. I think it's crooked, guys. Oh, no, it's not. Yay. Look at that. And you can see kind of sort of on here, but that's all right. We're still going to tape it on there, and it is what it is. So let me just clean off these stamps over here so I don't throw them around and get them everywhere. So I cut my Simple Chamois, my new one, right in half. I really liked it. I like it better that way than the full-on Simple Chamois. So, all right. So let's get our Stampin' Seal out. Take the ugly side here. And I don't recommend throwing your stamp pads on your projects at home. Try not to throw them. Oh, good. Look, it looks like a 2-year-old did this. Wow, I'm having a day. So I'm not putting this on the card because you can see all the yellow here. That's very ugly. If we were to put this on the card, it would go on the back here like this. I'm going to have to redo this because of all that ink there. But you get the picture. This is how it would look. Look at how pretty, nice and clean. Isn't it beautiful? So that is the card. Isn't that pretty? Oh, and I forgot the embellishments. Oh, and I forgot that. Oh my gosh, I'm just having a day. So on here, I also used the holiday rhinestones. So I'm glad you guys know me. You're bearing with me. I love these rhinestones. They're going away. They're awesome. They've been with us for a while. I've used these. I think I've used these out of all of the different stuff we have. I think I use these the most. They're just so pretty. So I'm going to put like 3 of them on here, I think. Just to give it a little bit of bling. And then that ribbon. Take a little piece of the ribbon. I'm going to tie that in the middle there. And I like to tie or trim these at an angle. Just like that. So that is the card. Isn't that pretty, you guys? Super easy, right? I want to see all your guys' cards that you make like this. I know you can make them, and I want to see them. So I hope you guys make them. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I'll leave all the measurements on the inside. All the measurements on the link of the video. And so you guys can make them. They're super fun. They're super easy. I just don't recommend throwing an ink pad at them. If you don't do that, you'll be fine. You'll be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the card, and I hope you guys enjoyed my live. And I will see you guys next week, same time, same place. And we'll throw some more ink pads around together, okay? So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your week.